That's the problem, is that the risk reward on Bitcoin is so incredibly good that to step off that Bitcoin into anything else is you're bringing on a lot of risk that you don't need to, because you're already compounding at this incredible rate per year. So why even take on any risk in that way?
Yeah, so it's like 170%, I think, right now, compound annual growth rate over the last decade.
So why would you step off that?
Yep. So let's say that Bitcoin continues on this path of hyper Bitcoinization, which every kind of underlying fundamental, every single data point we have seems like that's the general direction. How long it takes, up for debate, but that's where we're going. Kind of your point, there's this like North Star that is the culmination point. When we get there, the idea would be that Bitcoin is quote unquote stable, right? 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. And so therefore everything is priced in Bitcoin, et cetera. Does your opinion change once we get to that point? So right now you're getting kind of the monetization of Bitcoin, very opposite of the demonetization of gold. And so you're getting this priced into the world. The world's trying to figure out how much is a decentralized, kind of transparent central bank with a programmatic monetary policy that's literally protected by millions of people around the world. What's that worth? Right now, the world thinks it's worth $1 trillion. I think that everyone in this room thinks it's worth way more than that in the future, but we'll see how that happens. Do we reach a point where there's stability and then you have to go back to the thinking of investing Bitcoin to earn more Bitcoin?
No.
Okay.
Because the end game on Bitcoin is something very, very interesting, very remarkable. And if you notice, Pomp, you and I have been in this for a while, that there is a whole school now of Bitcoin philosophy and Bitcoin kind of, deep thinking that people like Robert Breedlove and others get into it. Michael Saylor touches on it. I think that where we're heading here is where we start to really have a different thought about what is wealth and what is my purpose here on planet Earth, and where the idea of that pursuit of wealth and that constant calculation that people are making, this is risk, this is not risk, I get a little bit here, I get a little bit there, I got my portfolio, I got my multiple income streams, I got this going on. I think that there's a fundamental shift because you're monetizing people's better nature. And you're coming out of a period, a many, many thousand-year period, where we're monetizing people's worst aspects. People's greed has been transformed by Bitcoin into altruism, into something that's mutually beneficial for everyone. And when you have that happen in society, the people are going to step out and just say, you know what, I just want to stay here, play my flute, raise a garden of zucchinis, and I'm just want to be me. I just want to be cosmically one with who I am as a human being, and I want to look at the stars, and you just leave me alone. I think that's the outcome toward a hyper Bitcoinization of that when you have that moment of almost as a species, without getting too off the range here, but almost as a species, it's almost like an evolutionary step change where we finally put down the childish toy of our egos and our need to get more and more and more, and we join into a more of a communal high, if you will.
That's the time preference, the shift in time preference. Mm-hmm. That's what the rabbit hole is all about.